Hello everyone and welcome to my Grand Slam 2 Top 16 prediction. I decided to do this video mainly just to test some new software I've got. So yeah, but also thought it would just be an interesting video to do. Anyway, let's get into my prediction for the Top 16. So first we'll start off with the seeds, who I think are going to make it to the Top 16. We have SHADOWCAT. Now of course SHADOWCAT makes it in. I'd be shocked if they didn't. They're of course defending champions. Very good robot, very well designed, low to the ground, really well controlled. I could see this one doing very well. Next up, EXTREMIS 3. Yes, the new EXTREMIS, now invertible somewhat, so maybe it could go even further. It's more red now, and the triangle on top is a bit more pointier. It's less equilateral and more isosceles. Yeah, so should be quite interesting. I think they can do well. THERMIDOR 2, yes. There's THERMIDOR, very good flipper, very lobster shaped. That's not a sentence I ever thought I'd say on YouTube. A good powerful flipper, quite low to the ground, fairly well experienced as well. I think they could do quite well. Exposed wheels could be a problem though. Apollo, yes, the legendary UK flipper. Well, launcher really is what you should call it. Very, very powerful. It's flipped many robots out of the arena. It's flipped house robots out of the arena. That's how good it is. And yeah, I believe this is their last series before a rebuild, so that'll be interesting. Oh, excuse me. And also Tornado. I'm not the biggest fan of Tornado, as you probably already knew, but it's a very good robot, very fast, very good at pushing robots. Interchangeable weaponry as well. They've got little disc, which is on the picture now. They also have a scoop, wedge sort of thing, and they also have the big stupid razor cage, which despite the fact I hate it, I really do hope they get to use it at some point. And lastly, Storm 2. Now I was debating whether to put this here or not, because while I do think it is very good, it's shown in the past that it can have weak construction, because you know, Lego falls apart sometimes, but it all depends how well it's been glued together really. But I think they can do it, you know. They're very fast, much like Tornado really. It's got that sort of front hinge flipper that they never use. Yeah, so it's a good robot. Now let's get on to the seeds that didn't get in. So we have Bite Force. Now a lot of you are going to be quite shocked that I think Bite Force isn't going to make it in. However, I do have a reasoning for this, and that's because it's quite high ground clearance. I do have the Bite Force shown here myself, and the ground clearance can be quite high. At the front it's good and low, around the side and especially the back it is quite high, and also it's fairly light as well, so I mean, if you've got a good strong spinner it really pings around the arena, and I just can't see it going that far really. Chaos 2. I know this one's going to shock a lot of people as well. It comes down to the same problem really, ground clearance. It's low at the front, very high round the sides and back. I think that's really going to be a problem for them. THOR. Now THOR got extremely lucky last series to get to the grand final. It is a good robot that is capable of good things. However, it's pure luck on their final with Apollo. If Apollo hadn't gone in the pit, they would have won that fight easy. And also it's quite hard to build a Lego or an axe in any form in small scale that can actually do good damage. So that's going to be quite a problem for them, I feel. But you know, they could pull off a surprise, they could go all the way. So yeah. And also CARBIDE. Here's another one I know is going to shock a lot of people. I really don't see CARBIDE making it. And for one main reason. This time it's made from a Hexbug tombstone, which now is good, but the weapon I've found, on my one at least, really isn't that great. It stops a lot when you hit things with it. It's not really the most powerful. I mean, it can be powerful if you're using it against something made like of card or weak materials like that. But against Lego, and especially Connects, it struggles to cause massive damage. However, it could pull off a surprise. I don't know. But yeah, that's Carbide. And now, the other ones. These are the robots that aren't seeded that I think are going to make it to the top 16. IRONSIDE 2, a very powerful bar spinner. Massive bar spinner, in fact, very Apex style. It's got a strange sort of ball on top of it, which I don't really understand. I believe the self-righter has been improved, and it looks like it could do very well. It's all going to depend on who they get matched up against, but I think they can do it. Rapid, of course, are a brilliant robot, very low to the ground, very expensive. Well, the real one is. Not sure how much this one costs, probably the amount of 4 Lego wheels and a Kit Kat. Yeah, it's very shiny, very metallic. I believe they're fighting SHADOWCAT at some point, so that'll be an interesting fight. But yeah, I think they'll make it. Ripper, of course, the lead robot from Team Roaming Robots. I want to call them Extreme Robots, but that's not their team name. But yeah, it's quite a legend, really. It's going to BattleBots as well, so that'll be interesting. Yeah, made from all the kits you could buy at Extreme Robots. I do actually have one, but I'm going to enter my own Ripper because it'll be a bit of a waste of time not entering that because it took me ages to build. And also it's got interchangeable weaponry, which is cool. Well, the new one has at least. I'm not sure if you've seen that. But yeah, this Ripper I think can do well. It's very well built, much better built than mine. Yeah. FIRESTORM 6 from Durham. Don't know why I stated that. Low ground clearance, good driving, nice weapon. Got quite unlucky last time to go out to Tornado. Being slammed out of the arena. But this time I think they can go further. So yeah. Danto and Makaya. Brilliant robot here. It's usually the test subject for fan-made robot producers. However, when it's competing, it can do very well. It came second in a series I can't remember the name of, and it's done well in lots of competitions in fan-made robots, really, and I think this can do quite well. BEHEMOTH. Yes, BEHEMOTH. Quite unlucky. But when it works, it really does work. Lots of experience, a very well built robot as well, very anti-spinner as well, and I think that's going to help because there are quite a few spinners in this tournament. AFTERSHOCK, yes, AFTERSHOCK, the brutal vertical spinner. It's going to do very well, I feel. The only problem is it can struggle to self-right sometimes, and that's a bit of a problem, really. SCRAPTOR. Yes, SCRAPTOR from Sevendaks. Where is Sevendaks? I don't know. I'm getting sidetracked. It's a Spectre style robot. So yeah, that's going to be quite good, I feel. Yeah. Eruption. Sorry about the interruption there. Interruption, hey, funny. From Cheshire. I thought they're from Warrington. Is Warrington in? I don't know. I'm terrible at geography. It's a very, very powerful flipper. Series 10 champions. They've won the FRA championship 3 times, I think now. Possibly 4. Well, they've probably won 4 with Explosion. They've won a lot, and yeah, I really think they can do extremely well in here. And next up, we of course have NUTS4. Yes, NUTS4, a true legend, and I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. It's honestly got to be ORBITAL from Canada. Interesting sort of design here. I believe it's built by, like, story code, it's built by a team member of Apollo, I think. I'm not sure, I might have got that wrong. Might be confusing that with something else. But yeah, it's a good flipper. It looks very good, at least. And yeah, I think it can really do well. Now we'll get on to honourable mentions. These are robots that I think could do, possibly get to the top 16, but I'm doubtful of. King Cobra, from Belgium. It's got interchangeable weapons. They can have a crusher and a lifter, or a crusher or a lifter, or a wedge, or other things. It is a very good robot, very good drive power. It's sort of like Tornado and Storm 2 in a way. I'm not exactly sure why I don't see this going all the way. I just can't see it doing that well. I don't know why. I just don't see it getting there. Donald Thump. Yes, Donald Thump, an amazing robot. Truly is the best. Really, it is the best. It's got that brilliant golden bar and the amazing hair. The only problem here I see is this version of Donald Thump doesn't have the self-writer. I think that's what's going to do them in. But as we've seen in Robot Wars Omega and Model Wars, they can be very destructive. FOXIC. I couldn't not put FOXIC on here. They are one of my favourite robots, despite the fact they have reliability issues. The reason I don't see this getting in is because it's small. It's very small compared to all the other robots, and I think it'll just get flung across the arena by like a massive spinner or thrown into orbit by a flipper. So yeah, I'd really like to see it do well, but I don't think it will. Gently Does It. I do like the design of this robot. I think it'll do well because it's sort of like the Revolutionist from MLU4's Wars. However, this one doesn't have a Shremek. Well, in fact, the one from MLU4's series didn't. But this one has more exposed wheels at the back, and also that side armour looks quite weak. Yeah, and also another thing I've noticed, the disc seems to be quite sort of upright, if that makes sense. It doesn't look very pivoted towards the ground. So yeah, that's a bit of a problem I have. And TERAPHOBIA. Spectre style crusher, nice and low, I think. It's I think it was in the RWA Grand Slam special. Yeah, it looks quite cool. I very much like the eyes on it and the sort of glow in the dark, translucent green things. I really hope they do glow in the dark. I've never seen a glow in the dark robot before. That'd be amazing. My only problem with this is high ground clearance at the sides, and also construction does seem to be a bit weak. Like the bit that holds the Shremek on doesn't look like it's held on with much. So yeah, that's my problem with that. And Unicorn, from Bromley. It's looks like a very powerful flipper. Mostly Technic. I think it's got a pullback motor in it as well. Looks very good. My problem here though is the flipper is made out of those sort of Technic bits. I don't know the correct name for them, but if you ever used them, you'll know they're curved on the ends, and so it's really not going to be low to the ground. It's probably going to have to rely on something with high ground clearance to get a good flip, and that's the reason I don't see them getting there. But you know, they could pull off a surprise. Perhaps they have some secret razor sharp attachment on the front that I don't know about. But yeah, that's that. Literally, that's the end. So hopefully you have enjoyed this PowerPoint presentation, and yeah, I'll see you next time then. Bye.